explosive. He's like
He's
Smash.
explosive. He's like the South American
like
Arteezy.
South American Smash.
I didn't want to say that. I didn't say that. Damn it, Ben. But with that, it looks like the draft is underway, gentlemen. So let's go ahead and just watch some Dota.
Do we have predictions?
Predictions. Well, LGD 2-0.
Easy, quick, grindy.
I think Not Today will give them a run for their money in at least one of the matches. It'll be pretty damn close.
I think 2-1. I think Not Today will take the game. They pick weird stuff. They have weird strategies. I think something will work. Maybe it's like the Broodmother they really like to run. That's been a big pick of theirs. Something's going to catch LGD by surprise.
I'm going quick 2-0 LGD.
And that's that. Did you Vulcan this one?
I did.
Did you put anyone from either of these teams onto your fantasy draft? LGD?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Xiao, maybe Yao and Silent, I think.
All right, fair enough. Those are some solid, respectable grabs. So here we are, gentlemen. Game number 1, and not really a surprise. The two titans, if you will, of 6.84. Gyrocopter, Undying, they got to go. They really have not seen the light of day here at Summit 3 quite yet. Maybe a Gyro, but outside of that,
I was
not
about
a whole
lot.
lot.
One Gyro game.
They didn't ban Wisp, and MMY can actually play Wisp.
Oh, yes, he can.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, he can.
He was, I think, one of the first players in China to actually bring the hero to competitive after maybe a year and a half period of, we don't need Wisp. That hero is silly.
He's quick to find those little niche tricks too. Like for a while there, the Blink Dagger long tether glitch. I don't know if you glitch/bug. It was corrected, but he was very happy to use it when he could in those matches. I believe at DAC was where it was. But in a response now, Not Today. They're going to open up with a Zeus. Good burst potential, good global presence. We could see maybe them build on top of this. Haven't really seen any Night Stalker yet. If they want to really get big with the map control.
6.84 Zeus is just not as strong as 6.83. He got nerfed just a little bit, but Glimmer Cape and a couple of other items just completely destroy the hero.
Spirit Breaker. A bit more global presence there, giving that extra bit of vision and long-range initiation potential, being able to get in the face of someone like Wisp. And LGD, they waste no time. They get their Tony to their Wisp. And, well, the game plan is pretty much out there, gods.
Yeah, I think LGD just wanted to go with something safe, stable. They've run it before. And also, if they are expecting Not Today to be one of their easier teams, they're going to go secret yet. They don't want to reveal any of niche strategies they maybe have prepared. Wiz Tiny, that says nothing to secret. Assuming they're going to win this series. But I think that is something that teams will keep in mind. If they've got strategies prepared or certain picks or heroes they think are strong that are being ignored, they don't want to reveal them too early on in the tournament.
At the same time, I think I don't know if they were completely prepared for the Wisp pick just because they banned Quap in the first phase. I think they could have easily taken Quap, and Smash is a pretty badass Quap. And it's one of the few mids that I think does decently versus Wiz Tiny. You got, Magnus does okay, Quap does okay, but a lot of the other ones just feed.
Couple bands to fly out here. They rid of the pretty little Enchantress Lady on the side of LGD. Not Today rid of the Earthshaker here. Not Today do need to consider maybe a bit more counter for this Wisp, whether it be following up, grabbing an AA, maybe a Disruptor, some way to control them. Maybe they go greedy, get an Enigma a bit to kind of work with it. I'm curious to see what the response is going to be to shut down the
I think
the
Disruptor is pretty likely.
Yeah.
For them.
That was what Empire were doing a lot of at D2CL. When they beat Vici Gaming 3-0, was these Disruptor support picked timelessly.
That hero just received so many buffs. I thought he was going to be good in 6.83.
Yeah, he got buff after buff after buff. This last buff in 6.4 isn't the craziest. I want to say a half second longer on Kinetic Field, if even that. But hey, every little bit helps. And Kinetic Field is one hell of a great ability, especially against someone like a Tiny who's trying to rush around melee form and get in your face. He's going to be imprisoned in a bit of a death trap with that huge Static Storm. And of course, when you see the relocate coming in, you can preemptively drop the Static Storm, so that way they're stuck in a rut the second they show up. But they don't ban it. They're going to ban out the Shadow Fiend instead. A big popular grab for Ifrit on Not Today. He loves that hero.
They also like Storm a lot, too.
Do they run the Zeus normally as a support? Do you guys know?
I think they play it in most positions.
Yeah. I want to say I've even seen him run it off lane as well, in addition to mid.
They run off lane.
Yeah. Very big stuff. I wouldn't mind seeing Not Today just even build more on this global. Let's go crazy with it. Hell, Nature's Prophet's been buffed up a bit. You know?
New Ag Scepter.
New Ag Scepter, maybe a Bloodseeker here and there.
That new Ag's something which I can see being so much fun in pubs, but I don't think it's very good in competitive.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it used yet.
Ooh, Brood Mama.
You called it.
They play it very well annoying. If it's the Leviathans team who just first ban Brood every game against Not Today now. It's like they just started losing to it. Not Today would first pick Brood when all the counters were in the pool, and it still wouldn't be enough.
Oh, but they get the axe right after, though.
I don't think Not Today. I mean, they prefer there isn't an axe, but they're happy to pick the hero knowing that axe can be picked up as a counter.
Yeah, of course. And, LGD will look to try to at least match them toe-to-toe in the laning stage. So look for them to get maybe a bit aggressive early on so they can get that extra snippet of intel as far as where they need to set their lanes up.
This is a more 6.83 draft from Not Today, though, I would say.
Yeah. After I was praising him for being able to quickly adapt, they have this. So Lion is going to be the grab for them. Can't hate on Lion. Even in the latest patch, he's got great burst, great reliable CC to work with.
To be fair, both teams have 6.83 drafts. Yeah,
that's true.
But I would say LGD's draft spans a lot more patches, though. With IO Tiny, it's not really a 6.83 draft. It would work in 6.83, but it's not a 6.83 draft. Whereas Not Today's is a little bit more so. So to Lina pick up support.
Yep.
5 seconds.
The Zhao Wei plays for a while. I think it was during the qualifiers they were like first picking Lina in a lot of games.
He always played Lina. I mean, the second you said that, I remember because I casted those qualifiers and I'm like, there it is again, Lina for Zhao Wei, and he played it again and again and again and again and again. So
probably their most picked hero during the qualifiers, I would say. But
it's a little bit of a slow cast time, which isn't the best for Spirit Breaker, but still a lot of good bursts, good AoE, can deal with Broodmother. I think is pretty important to some extent.
See, Not Today already preparing the room as they go over the draft. Looks like they're more of a collective effort with their draft, not one taking really the reins. They all have their little bit of an input. And they're really thinking hard about what this last pick could be. They use their last ban on the Dazzle.
It's probably it's going to be their carry, I guess. Or something that scales better to the late game.
Yeah, they really do need some sort of late game.
With Brood picked up, I guess Spirit Breaker is a support now.
Or not. I mean, what if they go all in with something crazy like a Viper or something? Just to really take it to Tiny and not risk going that too far late. Ban out on the Razor.
I don't think Viper has enough mobility to deal with IO Tiny. I don't know. They don't necessarily have to pick one. They can try and end the game a little bit earlier since they have a lot of map presence with Brood, but generally people like heroes that scale really well, and they already have Zeus and Lion who are pretty good into the late game.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
LGD, on the other hand, less of a collective with their drafting and just the Zhao Wei mastermind deciding most of the picks.
Let me do it. I will take us to the win.
He is not the robotic dull person you'd think he is. No, well, that some people maybe think he is. He was hula hooping it up during the media day. Not hula hooping. He had like the little Hawaiian skirt on.
Yeah,
just getting right into it.
Hopefully, as the tournament goes on, we'll get to see little bits of that.
Yep,
exciting stuff. I saw it as well. It made me giggle.
He was having some fun. There's pictures from all that. I think up on our BTS Flickr.
Oh. Nice.
I don't know a link for that, and we made it like 2 days ago, so...
I'm guessing it's not as easy as flickr.bts.com or btsflickr.com.
I think it's like flickr.com/photos/beyond the summit.
/item1.
/gigabyte.
HTML.jpg.
There's definitely a gigabyte in there, okay?
Gigabyte. All right, guys. Slark. He's ugly.
That's a Not Today special. They love that hero a lot. It's probably their carry of choice, I would say. More so than any other carry.
So how much of an impact is he going to have here? He's very good at moving back and behind, ridding of someone like a Wisp, punishing those supports if they happen to be lacking in the early game. But hold that thought. We got a Tusk here. That makes things fun.
It's 6.84.
Wow. That is cool. I don't actually know if Tusk is a Spirit Breaker counter, but I guess in theory he actually can be. You charge, okay, everyone's snowball, and it's like a counter charge.
And he's against Slark.
It's good, kind of good versus Lion too. You can kite his Shadow Dance. I don't know. It sounds good in theory. I like it. I like it better than yesterday's Tusk pickup. That is for certain.
You got to remember also, I don't know if we saw it in that game, but with that recent change where you could get people in your snowball as it moves.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't really seen it used, though, or what kind of situations it
I've seen
works,
Tusk
but
once.
it's pretty
and
neat.
Yesterday, it was pretty much just ice shards.
With a Tusk grab like that, and I know what we see out of a lot of like CIS teams is they like to go aggressive pretty damn fast. Is that going to be probably what the game plan is here for LG? Get this Tusk moving right away?
It's hard because aggression can be kind of dealt with because of a Brood. Brood buys you a lot of time, and it shuts down. I don't think it like shuts down aggressive lanes, but you can dodge it easily and get a lot in return. So,
well, let's do it. This is going to be game number 1 of a best of 3. Not today, taking on LGD Gaming. On your Radiant side, we got Not Today. Stinger going to be playing your Shadow. God, I'm off to a great start. Spirit Breaker. We got Van, who's going to be playing your Slark Smash. It's me and Pastor, and he's going to be playing Zeus. Ifrit, the Young Gun. He's going to be playing your Brood Mama. And we got Mystico, their captain. He's going to be playing the Lion. Gods, who the hell is on LGD?
MMY on his signature Wisp. Sylar playing Tiny. Zhao 8 on Lina. Yao on an offlane Tusk by the looks of things. And maybe the carry kind of for this team on Axe, of all things. Well, the mid player for this team, I should say. Sylar being on the carry Tiny.
Ambidextrous with their role play. Seems here as they switch things up.
They maybe will play here as like the Shadow Fiend, and they'll put Sylar sometimes on tempo controllers, depending on what they go for. But they do kind of mix up the 1 and the 2 a bit.
has Brood placed any webs yet?
Maybe waiting to see if this Axe might end up somewhere else, and he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah. Clearly trying to dodge the Axe lane. Usually you'll see one almost instantaneously placed on the rune spot to contest bounties, but looks like he's not interested.
Wants his bottle, it looks like, Charge is out, here he comes, and there he goes, and he will let up. Okay, so pressure back, but it doesn't stop him from getting what he wants. MMY, more often than not, though, I have to say, when he plays this Wisp, he likes to get the Soul Ring Tranquils build up, whereas most people do, as he's doing now, and just rush for the bottle instead.
Yes. He didn't get the rune, importantly, but... Okay, I was about to say, why is Sylar not got the...
I thought he did.
No, the Slark got the rune. Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, it's not going to take too long.
But yeah,
10 gold away, he'll get his bottle. But yeah, ideally, he would be able to grab it up first. So,
but it is aggressive. It is the matchup that LGD wants, with the Axe versus the Brood, and Yao paired up with 2 other people.
And it looks like Brood is going to be stuck going toe-to-toe with Maybe, so Maybe's just like, I don't care about this thing. Get away from me, daddy long legs.
I wonder if
he's going to be able to chop it
it's
up.
going to be the same Brood as yesterday and the skill up Spiderlings. I don't actually know how competitively viable the Bite build is, but I would say if it helps you win your lane versus an Axe, then that's a good thing, because Axe usually dominates that lane. Yeah. We saw how out of control Ice got yesterday.
Nice clarity cancel there as Sylar will toss the creep on forward. For now, just going a la carte in his mid lane without the Wisp. MMY has been bottom lane helping out quite a bit. And we can see a bit of aggression here, as expected, when you get kind of this Tusk lineup. Throws out the early shards, and they'll follow through quite yet.
They need level 2 on Xiao 8 before they try and go for a kill attempt. But, I mean, in this sort of situation, you really see one of Lina's strengths, which is her absurdly long attack range.
But they have definitely bullied back Not Today in this lane, at least for now. They've taken much more of a defensive position, and is throwing them off their game a little bit. But Smash can kind of feel a bit more free here in the mid lane to have his way with the Tiny, considering the Wisp won't be nearby. And it looks like as the 2-minute rune will come up, he heads up for the north to grab that. Well, they'll be able to snag up the bottom one for LGD, and MMY will be able to get this one. And it's just a simple little illusion. Really.
LGD has a lot of control, though, I would say, in the mid and bottom lane, because Zeus doesn't really have kill potential on Tiny, but if like a Wisp comes in, they can easily kill the Zeus. And on bottom lane, they have the spawn blocked as well as rune control. So overall, it's going very well for LGD. Yeah. I would say even in all 3 lanes, they have an edge.
Yeah, definitely bottom and top, and mid lane, it's just like you're trading farm. But yeah, they have an edge in the sense, like you said, they can get kills. They haven't got the best initiation here in this bottom lane, but they're just preventing Slark from farming while they're getting more farm on. Well, Tusk is not really an amazing hero with items, but he does benefit to some extent.
I mean, they only have 1 ranged hero in the bottom lane, and LGD have 1 range and 1 super ranged hero. So the line can't really trade blows at all, and the melees are under constant harass.
Brood is going Spiderlings, but still not having the most fun time against an Axe in lane.
6-2 CS, while Axe is at 13-4. The top 3 CS all belonging to LGD, so they are definitely getting the best out of all 3 lanes at their start.
They're stacking, but they don't actually have anyone that can take out stacks really well. It can be Zeus, but he's not your ideal stack taker because he doesn't actually need that much farm. So, I mean, on the other side, you have Tiny, you have Axe, and you have Lina who can steal it. So, Not Today have to be really careful that they're not actually feeding LGD by stacking their large camp.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they're just like, well, we don't want to be in lane taking away all the XP from Slark.
Yeah,
we clearly can't do anything, so let's just do something.
They don't have anything better to do, but I mean, they can maybe go for a kill on Tiny, I would say. It depends on Zeus's mana. He did get the top rune.
Yeah, you are right. But they'll have to make the best of it, at least for now. They're still just kind of at a bit of a loss here. But now LGD, they're going for an adventure here as the 4-minute time is getting close. They want to make sure Not Today are not going to be close to this rune.
Xiaohui's so aggressive on this Lina.
Yeah. Oh, they will commit the charge onto the Director here. The tether will be there with the overcharge from MMY. He snags up that DD. Rotation was coming from Zeus, and obviously he's not going to be there to get it, while Tiny is able to grab the other rune. So LGD continue to take strong control here, while Slark getting bullied back from this Tusk.
Did Siler get a bottle? No? Okay.
Nope.
I guess he's
I think, is he bottle crowing? Or he's just going... Because the Wisp isn't with... No, he's not bottle crowing. That's...
They just took away a free bounty rune at
He's
that top
doing
river.
great mid lane. His CS is top of the charts right now and crushing the Zeus 1v1.
Tiny's a pretty good mid. I mean, he loses some matchups, but like versus a weaker mid like Zeus, I think he does very well.
Okay, they're not committing quite yet. There's the shards. They know the pounce is going to be there, so they don't commit forward with anything else. Does have that snowball leveled up, but they're just very content on being able to take control of all 3 lanes. And not really test.
Look, their positioning so good too.
Yeah.
I mean, even after Observer Wars dewarded, they still stand there at the 5-minute just so Not Today gets nothing out of this bottom lane. And with Spirit Breaker being very underleveled, you're not really worried about... Whoops. Oh. You're not really worried about just the charge. You're really worried about charge Nether Strike.
Uh-oh, here comes that snowball. This could be our first blood. It will be. Stinger goes down, and now they look for Mystico here. He can't make it around the corner. He will go down. Double kill for the aggressive Xiaohui, and now they look to Van here.
Smash with TP.
Gonna get caught. LSA, a TP to rotate in. He pounces away from trouble. Brought down very low. Stinger back, charging on in once MMY. Should have the tether up. Will be able to make it away. And here comes Smash. He's actually getting pretty damn low on mana. Gets caught with an LSA. They turn it right back onto him. Snowball flies out. They can finish him off. They will. This is a disaster and a bloodbath right now for Not Today. It ends up being a 1-for-4. They do manage to get themselves on the board, taking out MMY, but they lose so much. Plus the rotations to even get involved. That is a hard blow to Not Today.
It's masterful Wisp play from MMY. He's like drawing them into terrible positions. They like use pounce offensively, and then after they miss, they immediately have to back.
He also had a DD rune too. That was brutal.
That was very nice play from LGD.
Can't even see that DD on a freaking Wisp.
I was like, I saw like the hero take so much time. I'm just like, wait, what? What's going on here? I'm like, all right, Wisp picked up a DD.
That pea shooter, looking more like a shotgun right now. But now, a little more pressure here on someone like Ifrit to be successful on this Brood, because more than likely, Not Today are going to continue having to fight outnumbered. And Brood has a quota to meet, being able to take down this top tower, take control of the lane, try to keep LGD split across the map.
He almost has blink. It's going to be like an 8.5 minute blink.
It's very apparent maybe he's the one who is the big breadwinner here. 45-7 CS on your Axe. He's going to meet beautiful timing on this blink dagger.
Everyone's level starved on Not Today in the safe lane. Even Smash to some extent too. He's only level 6. Tiny's level 8, and he's had to rotate down twice and just not been able to get any kills.
Man, even that just quick 1-2 punch of burst coming up between Xiaohui and Yao brings
It's a cool build from
Yao life.
You'll usually see 1 point in Frozen Sigil, but he wants to go all out offense. Doesn't really need the attack speed slow.
That's my build because I'm terrible at microwaving the Sigil.
Maybe Yao is too.
Maybe Yao
Who
is
knows?
too. Yeah, he's like, I don't care to do it, guys. I'll share control. I'm like, someone else do my Sigil, please. But here they coming from behind. Leads in, Thunder God's Wrath to bring him down nice and low. Yao not going to be finished off, though, has a snowball, looking to charge on closer to his team. They throw up Stinger and knock him down. So with that, they look to turn it right back around, and it's the retreat call for Not Today. They try to make it on out Van, though. Not going to be so successful. He gets punched in the back. He gets dropped. They toss MMY on forward, and they're going to get the kill. Oh, man, 7-1. Not Today lose 2.
4-man gank goes poorly. It was good positioning by Xiaowei. He knew that they were coming from the north, so he actually ran down into the tower, into the Radiant's cubby hole,
Under attack.
and to buy time for his teammates to come. Again, this is before Wisp hits level 6, so
And before really,
yeah,
they go off the rails with Axe getting involved and chopping everyone away. And yeah, Sylar even just, I mean, this is scary. I know you're hoping coming into this we're not going to see another repeat of what we saw with the Rave game, but this is looking like, at least in the first 10-minute period,
gonna be a lot of gold.
are getting outclassed.
they could pick up a gem really early if they wanted to. I don't really think it's that risky for them.
Okay, little Brood might be able to get down Zhao Wei, but a jump in, maybe almost baited. Yep, maybe's in there. He's got the dust, he's got the dunk, and well, they called the Orchid Man, and their spider problem is gone.
Yep. Axe was just there nearby for a long time, but Brood didn't really take the opportunity or even try to scout him out when he could have with Spiderlings or just check everything out.
Smash is dead.
Yeah.
Quick drum, quick move forward. MMY probably just saying, I'm here for you. They move in and take out the Zeus.
494 move speed. Good luck.
This would be a great game for Sal just to pick up a Blink and completely snowball off of kills, I think. Especially against the Slack. You can Blink Avalanche, burst him down, catch him by surprise, and really do a lot versus him.
Yeah, normally you'd see them put more into trying to maybe get a quick Axe or at least some of the early components for it, but when you are doing this well this early, why not take the initiative to get that extra bit of mobility and secure more kills faster?
And Slark is just not terribly great here, just because there's so much damage coming out. Like, ideally you want to be able to...
They just annihilate the Lion. Snowball back for Stinger. He's going to get tossed up and then uppercutted thereafter. Looks clowny, but it is not pleasant on the eyes for Not Today as they go down. They are going to be able to take down Yao, so it's a 2-for-1 trade. They charge on in, but here comes Maybe. Jumping in, gets the call on to Smash, hoping for some luck on a couple of the spins here to finish him off, but Smash is going to be able to walk away. No, he's not. Off with his head. He goes down, and meanwhile, they're going to be able to catch up with Van the Slark and take him out as well. It just continues to be a much better performance for LGD as they truck on forward 13-2. Get that illusion. Get him. They got him. He's done.
You can tell that Yao plays Tusk a lot because do you see the play on the Shadow Dance? He was in melee range. Slark was beating on the Tusk and he frost sharded him so that he was knocked out. So he just completely wasted a Shadow Dance. And that's a sign of a player that is very experienced with the hero.
Ifrit back in his position, but then quickly spotted out. Uppercuts the Spider and they finish him off. This is looking like quite the exhibition coming out from LGD. I know Not Today don't really have a whole lot of opportunities to face some of the competition from the east side of the planet, but my God, it's looking like LGD right now on another level. Is it more of that, or do you think that maybe Not Today might have just put together not the best draft here?
It's definitely like I feel like for Not Today, it's not the best draft matchup, but this is such a comfort draft for them. Their heroes they like, maybe a bit too 6.83 like. Especially the Zeus is the one here, which it was a first pick, and has been definitely the most disappointing pick of the 5.
Sylar will get that tower with the toss there at the end, and LGD are just kind of happy to keep this pace going and maybe try to make it a quick game 1 here. But we look to Not Today to hopefully have a comeback. What is the chance now?
It's really low because Slark does well versus like a lot of disables and silences, but they just have straight up damage with like Lina and Tiny. They have so much burst that like you're gonna have to Shadow Dance like within half a second of the fight starting.
Oh boy, Yao sees a Spider and he wants to get rid of it. Rolls in, relocate, but they don't have the dust this time. So he's able to dish out the wall and get away, but meanwhile Maybe could be cut off at the pass here. Not Today's chance to kind of pincer him. They get out the Thundergo trap. He's still good. He will end up going down to the pot shot from the tower. But now they go for Yao. Tossed on in. They're going to be able to get the kill. Taking out Lion. Now they want Stinger. They got him. Dominating right now for Sylar. A buyback even coming out from Lion. Not Today really want to try to get something out of this. They take down Yao, but they're still going to lose Ifrit. Van on pursuit once Sylar gets the pounce and doesn't want to commit on forward. Ends up being a 2-for-3 if you count the buyback there from Lion.
I mean, finally they repelled them to some extent. In between, like the T2s, a very aggressive positioning from LGD to say the least. But
LGD has went in so far, and still the force a buyback. The gold exchange was about even in the end, and
yeah, and that was with like a relocate missed kill. And I'm sure they'll pick up a gem or something relatively soon.
Interesting pickup from Zhao 8 going for the mech.
The Guardian Greaves, man.
Yeah. If they want to get aggressive and end this game fast, it is a great item to rush on Lina, I feel.
Did they smoke under the ward?
It was really right behind the tower.
Yeah, it was really close.
I think they might be okay here, but still not today. Very conscious. Want to make sure they have their game sense tingling, but not Stinger. He gets caught out. Jump in. And it's going to be an easy 3-man execution of a single Space Cow. But they are going to be able to get the grab there. Tusk. Oh no, Van goes down. Oh, I don't know. I completely lost that situation. He just kills a NoT. I thought that was a hero for some reason. Kills a NoT. We'll be able to walk away. LGD though, 18-4, and a relocate to come here. Mystico gonna get called, and meanwhile over on the left-hand side, there's another kill. They're really making Wepas work here. Getting kills all over the place.
Yeah, they've got complete map control. They have deep wards near the near the tier 2 tower at top lane, and that just sees everything on the Not Today side. And with the Wisp, they can defend the split push of the Brood so easily. Yep. They just send Tiny back to defend, and they can relocate in if they need to.
420. LGD blazing on forward. Shut up, Ben. They're pushing that tier 2 bottom tower. They should be able to get it here. It's got to be a pretty frustrating game here for Not Today right now. But they're going to be able to grab it. They got it.
I thought you were going to throw in a Lina reference there. Her hair all ablaze. I don't know. She's blazing.
I left it for you. You just didn't take it.
I was chuckling too much.
I'm not going to do all these dank memes or whatever. Well, it's LGD in very, very good standing at this point. I mean, Not Today. Uh-oh. Van is in enemy territory here. And they have the Bloodhounds, a.k.a. the Spirit Balls, out. Maybe searching the perimeter for anyone nearby. Not going to be scouting him out, though. And
his net worth is, what, Ags, drums, treads in 15 minutes?
Pretty good.
Solo mid, Tiny. Doesn't even need Wisp's help.
Only 13 Tinies ever finished drums and Ags before the 15-minute mark. Make that 14 now. Thank you, Knoxville.
I'm guessing most of those games probably didn't go much beyond 25 minutes as well.
Yeah. 12K net worth. That is a slippery slope downward on the net worth grab. As LGD going to be able to crank out another tier 2. I believe that's all 3 of them. Nope, there's one more remaining there at the top. Thank you, Weapons. But it doesn't look like... I mean, it felt like the fallback plan was hopefully that Ifrit would be able to do what he likes to do on this Brood, divert attention elsewhere, follow it up, and then Van would be able to kind of farm it on up, clean out maybe a couple supports, and then be the big guns in the late game. But that doesn't seem to be happening here.
What's kind of cool is that LGD went for all mid-game items. They just don't want to give any kills where there's like 2 drums on their team. There's a Vanguard on the Axe. There's the Guardian Greaves coming out on Shao 8. And
Van's dead.
Yeah.
They showed up as the, hey, cool.
Giving up no quarter.
Call in from Maybe. He's got the dust. Ifrit.
Relocate, please.
He's able to TP away from trouble.
Oh, this Lion.
Oh, no! Where do I go? Indiana Jones runs in. Uppercut to the face. And Mystico goes down. If you're a player right now on Not Today's side, this hits you pretty hard morally right now. This is going to be pretty tough for them to shake off when they have to go into game 2. Which we don't have that big significant comeback factor like we used to.
The Wisp... I'm not sure if it took them off guard, but they weren't prepared for it regardless. I still think like a Queen of Pain would have been a lot better for them as opposed to the Zeus. Like she can put a lot of pressure on the Tiny, she can burst down the Wisp, she can dodge relocate ganks, and overall it's just a much better hero suited for the situation. And I don't really think they had the foresight to see that coming when they banned it out. So I think next game they'll be more prepared and at the very least not give them Tiny Wisp.
Certainly not. Got to get that Wisp ban in there, especially against a world-class team like LGD right now.
To be honest, it wasn't even Tiny Wisp. It was just the Wisp in the offlane just destroyed them. It kited them constantly. And
Good work from Mr. X, K-A-M-M-Y, Momo Yan, doing his thing that he does. on the Wisp this game.
Broodmother. I'm very surprised that they haven't picked up a gem yet. That is probably the most surprising thing to me this game.
Oh, here comes trouble in the form of a MMY Sylar relocate. Spot out Van. He's on the run here. It's a highway pursuit chase, but they get him. Toss him up. I'll chop him down. That's what happened right there.
I think it was a mid-air dunk.
Yeah.
Cool.
An alley-oop almost, if you will.
Yeah.
Roche is waiting. Sylar's got Yasha. This is getting ugly quickly for Not Today. This Slark, at no point in this game, I feel like he can catch up. He's going to buy a Shadow Blade. He's still going to be really squishy with this, but...
Yeah, he is.
You've got so much that goes through the Shadow Dance and the Shadow Blade, and like the Axe Call, the Avalanche, the Tether Slow. Lina has an AoE stun as well. And that's where these LGD heroes, the supports and the carries, all do fine against Invis and Slark in general.
Yeah, Sylar is doubled up now on this Slark. And they are not looking to let up any sort of momentum. They smoke up, they go to the bottom. Uh-oh, poor Mystico, I gotta go! Nope, not going anywhere. Baby's got ya, and you are dead. And they're just battling out for the KS, it looks like at that point. Dragon Slave flies in, but not gonna be able to grab it.
Okay. LGD. Putting on a clinic.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this for like the last 10 minutes now, but
It's
not today. This is a struggle.
but not looking. They're never say die.
So what? I wonder if they, like, where they think the draft went wrong. Maybe like they're regretting the Brood pickup. Maybe they think they should have banned out Axe instead of the Earthshaker. Maybe they should have banned out the Wisp instead of the Quap. I think there's a lot of areas which they could identify as potential weaknesses in their draft, but to me the most apparent one is the Wisp and losing their safe lane try. Firstly, they had to get there earlier. They had to be able to protect their jungle, protect their lane, and just get experience. LGD starved them for experience so hard in that lane that the supports couldn't catch up at all through getting kills.
He is just whomping away. The Rax goes. Not today. Probably looking for their maybe final defense here. But it's not even going to be a very strong one. They already lose their Spirit Breaker. This cow looking more like a cap at this point. Fortunately, as LGD now put their attention on the bottom lane. They snowball back. They scout out the Lion. And he's going to be taken care of. Sylar with the double. Van, please don't go in the base, chase me this way. But they're not looking to be diverted. They jump back in instead. They see the Pastor, and they're going to force him to, well, say his prayers, as he is just going to get annihilated. Tier 3 goes down, and I suspect the white flag will be raised here momentarily from Not Today.
Casual godlike streak.
So, that's game one. Oh boy.
Wow.
They're just playing with their food at this point.
Sylar, please!
Mercy!
Oh my god, they're just coming back. Feed them more!
This is where we as admins and referees should be like getting in there like a boxing match, like break it up, guys, break it up. This fight is over.
Are you sure you don't want to call it quits?
Yeah.
This is bad.
You don't. At this point, you're not waiting for the knockout punch. You're saying this fight's over.
Throw in the
LGD,
towel.
you guys are the winners here.
Throw in the towel.
Oh, he lost his rampage streak.
Oh, big bounty though, and oh.
I guess LGD lost a few, but that was what? 4 buybacks, 3 buybacks, something crazy.
Yeah.
2 buybacks on Slark, Spirit Breaker, and yeah.
They're just like, they had to reach in their pocket like, I guess I'll buy back, take everything I have. Take it. Because we have nothing now.
Sylar,
Oh,
13
my
and 0.
LGD is looking good.
I mean, this is the team, one of the teams that I question. You know, they've been kind of under the radar in this patch, only facing those tier 2 matchups. And we're really curious how they're going to match up at this big tournament here.
Yeah, we see Glimmercape pick up, the Tusk pick up. I mean, they played some on 6.84. Double Glimmercape pick up.
Yeah, Wisp and Tusk, I think.
I mean, it's obvious they're not clueless as far as what they need to do. But
They probably also realize that not they have no items. Their only damage is coming from their spells. The Zeus, the Lion, Slark's damage is coming from Dark Pact and Pounce. Glimmercape will fill most of their needs.
Well, they do have a BKB on Broodmother. That may do something. They got the chicken.
All right. No cargo on it, but they do get that bit of gold. MMY, though, could be spotted out. And now it's a kill. Can Sylar man up on the 2, though? He makes it a 3v2 with his Manta. He wrecks house onto the Spirit Breaker. Don't you try to man up on me. Takes him down. Moves into the base. These illusions to kind of do work on the tier 3. Heads towards the mid lane now. Not today. Pretty short on buybacks at this point. And they just finished what they started here at the bottom. Sylar starting to go to town. He'll take out that Rex. Goes to the next one. All right, not today. With their final hurrah. When it comes, will they be able to stop LGD? No, they won't. Both Raxes down. Well, not today. The kind of team that will not tap out, though.
Yeah. There's zero comeback here. This is over. You're getting mega creeps. You've got Aegis. And maybe just discussing game 2. Like, let's see. Let's discuss some picks for now while we can before we get up, before the actual GG's call. Maybe even just have a bit of a recap of where they think this game went wrong so they can have a better idea of what to do in game 2. But
trying to get Yao, but maybe LGD, it's all their plan to bait them out from the base so they can get the kill in. They move in, they're going to annihilate Mystico. Ifrit's got to go next. Van trying to man up, but he ends up getting dunked as well. A twofer right there for maybe. There's the godlike.
Not today, please.
There's the GG. We have seen enough. Hide your kids.
Wow.
LGD are in the States. And
Okay.
well, they look pretty damn impeccable going against Not Today. Big
Maybe
win for them.
They want as much playtime as possible.
maybe these guys, they just want to help people out on Vulcan, you know? They're like, okay, all the people who bought me as a player for my Vulcan esports team, I'm going to reward you with a bunch of kills.
Like Merlini.
Yeah.
But what about Not Today? They had a secret pack with Not Today. What about the people who picked them? That's like negative.
Well, it's a best,
Sylar
it's a
is a
best of
value
three,
pick
gentlemen.
here.
It's a best of three. There's still a chance.